Yes. Yes. Okay. Excellent.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call to order this July 16, 2024 regular council meeting. Please rise for the invocation and standing for pledge of allegiance. Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening asking for your guidance, your wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion and allow it to grow closer as a group. We pray that you continue to protect our first responders, our employees, our community, and those that defend our freedoms all over this world. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, real quick before we continue on with this, this little cut. Mr. Perkins and his wife Betty are going through some issues, some medical issues, so we ask that you say some prayers for them as well. We're not sure what the status is of both of them, but they are having a difficult time right now, so if you will say a prayer for them, that would be greatly appreciated, okay? Thank you very much. Next is a verbal roll call of council members present for the record.
Councilmember Back.
Present.
Councilmember Joy.
Present.
Councilmember Perkins. Councilmember Sexton.
Present.
Vice Mayor Atkins.
Present.
Mayor Nickerson.
Present. Next is the approval of the regular meeting minutes from the July 2nd, 2024 meeting. Are there any corrections or changes to these minutes? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the July 2024 meeting minutes?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? No.
5 yes, 1 no.
Next on the agenda is unfinished business. Does anyone have any unfinished business? No? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, I do. The lights in the park, have you inquired about that at all?
I'm sorry, say that again.
The lights in the parking lot
This part
of
of here,
the park of Don Russ Park?
I am not, I will inquire, I'm not inquiring about those. I checked on the lights at access roads and then you talked about these, but I'm not. Public ones.
That was gonna be my second one, was the access road.
So I told we were waiting on an electrician, a couple of been contacted, there was local one that did not show interest in participating, so we're trying.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else want to, any other business? Okay, new business. Resolution 2024-14, a resolution to appoint Charles Cooper as village council member. Members, you do have a copy of the resolution in front of you, but a few minutes to read through it. Okay, council members, are there any questions addressing this resolution? No? Okay. Do we have a motion to adopt resolution 2024-014?
Second. Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
Councilmember Beck,
Yes.
Councilmember Joy,
No.
Vice Mayor Atkins,
Yes.
Mayor Nickerson.
Yes.
4 yes, 1 no.
Okay,
Motion passes.
with that being said, Mr. Cooper, would you step up to us? You can, have your wife come up to us if you like. Okay, this is the oath of office. If, just repeat after me if you will, please. Please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Charles Cooper,
Do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and further pledge to uphold the Charter and ordinances
further pledge to uphold the Charter and ordinances
of the Municipality of New Lebanon, Ohio,
of the Municipality of New Lebanon, Ohio,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Village Council Member.
I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Village Council Member.
Congratulations, sir. Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome, sir. It's an honor to be here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next one is resolution 2024-15, a resolution authorizing the acting village manager to execute the required liquor license to allow beer sales for a day at the park.
You're not gonna make a comment, I'm sure we have any discussion. So initially, when I put this in your packet, the application for the liquor license was, the applicant was actually the food bank. The food bank King. It turns out they're not the applicant. The applicant is, the owner of Snickers. The event will benefit the food bank of Davis, but they cannot be the applicant. So, we will modify that application, provided it is approved tonight. So I want to make sure everybody aware of that. That the food bank is not the applicant. They're the beneficiary of the event, but they're not the applicant.
And then you submitted in time.
It'll be submitted to be tight, but I think we might go to.
Who will be the applicant then?
The applicant is the same as on the, I believe he signed on the bottom.
McDonald Parish?
Yes, sir.
Snickers.
Okay, so council members have any comments or questions involving this resolution? Mr. John? Did you have any comment, any additional?
No.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion to adopt the resolution 2024-015?
So moved.
Second.
Councilmember Back,
Yes.
Councilmember Joy,
Yes.
Councilmember Cooper,
Yes,
Vice Mayor Atkins,
Yes.
Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
Mayor Nickerson.
Yes.
6 yes, 0 no.
Okay, next one is resolution 2024-16. A resolution allowing the acting village manager to list and sell surplus fire items on Gov Deals, 100 Capitol Commerce Boulevard, Suite 110, Montgomery, Alabama, 36117. Any comments or questions addressing this resolution? No? Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to adopt the resolution 2024-016?
So moved. Second.
Councilmember Joy,
Yes.
Councilmember Cooper,
Yes.
Councilmember Perkins. Vice Mayor Atkins,
Yes.
Councilmember Back,
Yes.
Mayor Nickerson,
Yes.
Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
6 yes, 0.
Okay. Public comments or questions? I will call your name and address for the record, then you'll have 3 minutes to speak and be heard. Once your time is up, you will be thanked, but no additional time will be given and no donation of time by others to others will be allowed. We will not be stopping your time, but may, if necessary, address your comments after you have finished speaking. First person is Tina Bell, 301 Moss.
Warren T. Bell, 31 West Street. Welcome. First off, I'd just like to say, to everybody, just keep President Trump and his family in their prayers, this country as well. Not a time for division. It's a time to bring people together and see where we have things that we are alike in. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of gardening. Just wanted to know, is there a garden fund, anything like that, or is that strictly something that the residents are to do to bring in anything that they want? I mean, I know that we can do that, but is there a fund for the garden at all?
Yes, we have some funds for the garden, depending on what you want to do. It's not a lot of money, but there were some funds budgeted for the garden.
Okay, and then I plan on having a tent at the day in the park. Just selling some muffins and stuff, but that money is gonna go toward that.
Great.
Is that for transparency? How does that work for donation? Like, do I just put that to the fund and,
We have a park donation fund, so if you bring the money in and say you'd like to be part of that fund, we'll put it right there.
okay, great. And then is there any, I haven't heard, so is there anything going on? Are we asking anybody else about another pharmacy to come into town? Is there a request out to anybody?
So I've not had any conversations. I think the mayor has a
I've
conversation.
reached out to several. I've been in contact with a couple of pharmacies. Still waiting on the right people to call me back. I have not heard in about 3 or 4 days, but I'm following up with it. So at this time, I don't want to give anybody's hopes up, say, hey, I think Rite Aid's gonna come in or whoever, but we're working on it.
Okay, and I think that's it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Okay, Shannon Bemis, 130 Brown.
Good evening. Welcome, Mr. Cooper. It's nice seeing a fresh face up there. First thing on the resolutions, I'd appreciate it if the public was allowed to speak on resolutions like we have previously. Not that I really had any statements to make, but like the resolution for the beer sales and to sell the equipment on drug deals, it's nice to have public opportunity just to give feedback. It's nice to have that opportunity. And then Mr. Joy, you had written some things on Facebook. It was related to a council member that had forfeited their position. And you had made some statements. If you are in opposition to them, you will be dealt with. That isn't how they play. To me, that's not how a council should act. It's not acting on the matter of the community. I don't know what you refer to by they and opposition, and that's not how you play. This isn't a game. I don't think that this is a game to anybody. None of this is fun. There is no winner. So I don't appreciate that, especially because we come to council meetings where you're elected and paid to sit here and you choose to not participate in public engagement, but you have no problem going on Facebook and typing different miscellaneous comments that aren't accurate. I had written that now you're upset because the charter isn't being followed, question mark, exclamation mark, more as a kind of hypothetical situation. Are you saying you support breaking rules and violating laws? And then you said it's a bold statement that borders on slander. It's not slander. If anything is libel, libel is written, slander is oral. And that's not slanderous. There's different criteria that you would need to meet in order for that to even be true. But it was a question because you've received information. I gave you information last week. Would you consider what I gave you last week to be proof? Yes or no? Okay. You said you do not support breaking rules and violating laws. I can't say as much for others though, since I can count at least 30 violations of the charter and ordinances since February. Again, I emailed you multiple times, you have come back with one. That was simply stating on the agenda from new business or old business to unfinished business. That is not a charter violation. Verbiage is not a charter violation. Say the order of the meeting. So if there's 30 of them, if you were going to state that, like I gave you proof that you requested, then please back that up. What are the 30 violations? Okay. The fact that there's no policies or procedures implemented to enforce that amendment to the charter, the law director basically made an arbitrary policy. If I could just continue my statement, because I'll get my agenda time, thank you. The thing is that it is in the charter. I was not for it. I voted no on that charter amendment that went through. I did not think that somebody needed to be current on their municipal taxes, like I said, when the president of the United States could be delinquent on his. It was set to keep certain people from being eligible to run, but kind of bid the people that forced this on the charter, kind of bid them in the butt. Now, so again, I voted no for that amendment. I did not like it. This was something that your people, if you want to go with they, you, and use all these different pronouns. This is something that previous administration came up with. Glenda Madden presented this. This is what she wanted in the charter. I voted against it, and her people voted for it. So now because this man or these people up here are going by the charter, it says in there that that person will forfeit their office. What more could you have done differently? I don't understand what you could have done. So I think people need to stop playing the victim. The bottom line is, you know what, we're grown adults, pay your freaking taxes. You go back on Montgomery County process and it's been for years. This isn't a one-time event, so no, it's not a mistake. I check my stubs. First of all, your work has no obligation to take out any type of taxes. That's your responsibility as a taxpayer. So if you aren't responsible enough to pay your taxes and then try to make up an excuse, I don't want you on my council. But stop blaming people. They're doing the right thing. They're going by the charter. They're going by the actual laws, because what you perfected for 14 years, which is a bunch of whatever fit my agenda, whatever goal I had for that day. It was a bunch of hogwash. Oh, you can't have four, it's a quorum. Lie. Everything was a lie. You need to retrain your brain, because everything you told the world was a lie. So that's it. Thank you all. Welcome, Mr. Cooper.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, next is staff, administrative staff comments. Margie, thank you.
Just a couple of things. I got the application today for the fireworks for Day in the Park. Just a quick rundown of the show. They'll have 10 1-inch shells. They'll have 312 2.5-inch shells. They'll have 204 3-inch shells. They'll have 114 4-inch shells and 48 5-inch shells. So that's a fair. Second thing, I just want to cover the ceremony in August. Couple things, those who are invited to the RSP portion of the ceremony, please let me know counts by the end of the month. The ceremony that's open to the public will start at 1 p.m. We are also hoping that by that date that the new tanker will be here. And if that is the case, after the ceremony, prior to refreshments, we will do a push-in ceremony and a wedding ceremony for the new tanker as well. That's all I have.
Anybody have anything for fire chief? Nothing? Law director, any comments from the law director?
I just had a quick question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have a policy for social media
Do I
in
have
your
a
department?
policy? There was one several years ago. I would have to look at the amendments and see if it's still there. If you have something, you can address that with me and all.
Okay,
Anything else for the fire chief? Okay, anything for the law director? Nothing, okay. Municipal manager comments.
I'm not seeing.
Does anybody have anything for the municipal manager this evening? Nothing?
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry,
yes. Could we possibly look into getting time clocks and work orders? If that's a possibility,
Yes.
thank you. That'll be it.
I have something as well. So the gentleman who comes and does the water operator,
Under operating record,
yes. So if we are paying him to do that, what is the need for our service department workers to maintain or not be able to leave the area because of that?
so I understand your question. I think what is difficult to understand is there are a lot of day-to-day things that happen there that are minor things that need to be done every day, right? We're paying Derek to have his license, so he oversees the operation of both plants. The physical day-to-day stuff though is done a lot, mostly by our folks. Anything technical where he has to get involved, he does. But we're really paying him for his oversight of both those plants. So anything that happens, he helps figure out the solution and then directs our staff to go ahead and do it. So there's a lot of day-to-day activities that one person simply can't do. That requires our folks to be there.
And then is that an all day thing, 5 days a week, all day?
It depends on what it is. I mean, what's interesting, and I say this all the time, you'll never believe the technology that goes into treating waste. It's a very scientific, very technical process. So, a disruption in one thing can cause a situation that can take hours to solve. There's some delicate science going on there. So, yeah, I mean, there could be, depending on what it is, and I don't know off the top of my head, but there could be things that take several hours to fix or be there for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who is responsible, the new Dollar General heading out of town on the left-hand side?
Yep.
There's like by the roadway, very tall grass. Who's responsible for that area?
The property owner is. I'll send Gary, he might have already seen it, but I'll send him by tomorrow to take a look at it.
Okay, and then the trees coming through town. I've had a few people,
Yeah, absolutely.
thank you.
Anything else for the city manager? Okay, council member comments. Mr. Joy, any comments? We'll start with you.
I have nothing, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Beck?
No.
Mr. Cooper, anything on the first night?
It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
We appreciate you being here. Ms. Sexton, any comment? Vice Mayor comments.
Just wanted to tell everybody to keep Mr. Hawkins and his wife in real prayers and everybody have a blessed day.
Shannon, you were requested for attendance.
Yeah, but can I just do like 30 seconds? So she will have
Sure.
something.
30 seconds. Okay, we'll get the timer.
That's, okay. All right, let's quickly. The trees, yes. I was one of the people that complained to Melissa because I was coming out of O'Reilly's. And if you're facing with O'Reilly's to your back, you turn left and you can't even see the cars that are coming. The trees are literally growing. Like it's like a tree and a tree, so those need to be trimmed. Social media policy, if the village does not have one, I highly recommend that you guys do. We kind of have one at the school, anything school related, we can go on there and give just blatant, kind of general just comments on things. But as an employee, never to go after, a person, a child, anybody personally. with disrespect, I would lose my job. And some of the comments that I do see, on Facebook, 100% completely unacceptable in my opinion. And then the last thing, Craig Marks. Not my best friend, don't agree necessarily, I appreciate him coming up and apologizing to council. I'm not going to make comment on the charges, but I do understand that he is trespassed from the village. And I'm going to stick with, I'm sorry.
That trespass was the, so.
Perfect, okay, I was just gonna say I would appreciate it, you guys would let that, because he does have a right to be here,
Yeah.
even if I don't agree, thank you, sir, thank you.
Okay, our next regular council meeting will be held on Tuesday, August 6th at 7:30. One thing we want to identify here real quick, the published agenda had an executive session scheduled for tonight. Council has decided to delay the executive session until August 6th. Okay. And with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Councilmember Cooper,
Yes.
Mayor Nickerson,
Yes.
Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
Councilmember Back,
Yes.
Councilmember Joy,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Atkins,
Yes.
6-0.
Okay, meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody.
So.